So this course is to prepare teachers, to train teachers, to prepare teachers to work with adults in all diverse settings. So it's really any setting that is outside of a compulsory school setting, which is primary school or secondary school.
People have this perception that it's about a course for perhaps people who have had experience in teaching before. Not at all. It's for people who have had no experience in teaching, very limited experience, who have been teaching for 20 years. The course is there to facilitate students of all abilities essentially and of all different types of experiences. So I think it's so clear, and the department is so conscious of that, that, as Ariana said, we're in a position to support each other regardless of teaching experience. And particularly the induction module for this course allowed us to and supported us to develop.
Even if you're chit-chatting with Fiona and likes them that are there 20 years teaching whatever, teaching years and years and years, they're actually halfway through this course and they're going, wow, I'm really changing my perspectives. You know, everything's and we learn from each other. So their old style of teaching is still relevant in certain ways, but they're coming to this course and now it's really changed the way they're teaching today.
So I suppose, like any course as well, that, and I've only found that as I've progressed through the years in college, that it's attitude. It's attitude that you bring towards doing a course. So if you're going into a course and you're going in thinking, geez, look up to Maynooth, it's only 2 days a week. It's not that. Like, you have to put the work in to get what you want to get out of it. So like it's with every course that you go to do, and I would say that in particular to the HDip, that you have to go in with the right attitude, you have to go in prepared. There is a lot of work in it, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But you will enjoy it if you have the right attitude.
It's a progression, but it's not like any of the courses I've done. It's not a progression where you feel you're being challenged, it's just, you know, academically, and you have to challenge your abilities. You know, it's every part, if you like, and it happens, it comes together, it really does come together, I find.
The HDip would do for you, I suppose, as a teacher, I would find that it's okay to be you in a classroom setting. Yeah. So I suppose where we were in secondary schools or even primary school to a lesser extent, that, you know, we were told what to do. But as a teacher, I've learned that it's okay to get down and sit down with the students. Whereas you don't have the top-down approach now anymore. So I kind of sit down just like I am here now, and that's one thing I've taken forward. So it's okay to bring. It's very important to bring your own personality into
and a bit of vulnerability. It's okay to be a bit vulnerable.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't have to know everything and be the all-knowing voice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
We started off this course with the idea of 18 to 20 people, but the demand was such that we have continually grown it, and now we went from 18 to 28, then we went to 38, and we're now at 48, which is a huge number for the department to have. But we have a great team of lecturers, a great team of tutors, and really particularly because they do 100 hours placement in further education centres, what's really great in the sense they're getting brilliant experience from a whole range of settings, from prison education, disability education, youth reach with young people who've dropped out of school, VTOS for people who are coming back to learning, people with a whole, and particularly places like National Learning Network where they're working with people with various disabilities and all that. Fabulous stuff, really brilliant, and the sector is brilliant in terms of supporting it.
Getting work experience was difficult because I didn't plan. Well, I didn't really. My second work placement setting was a bit sort of like me. It just sort of happened, you know. It just I was having a cup of coffee and I recognised one of my teachers from secondary school, and he is now, at the time he was the principal of the Further Education College in Castlebar, and it was basically me just saying, how are things, Tony? Listen, I need to get some work placement experience, and it kind of, you know, developed from there. It was a great experience, and a great way to start as well. Very unorthodox, but very, I mean, you know.
I just done a degree and everything was very theoretical, and I wanted to get some experience teaching, and yeah, I felt that there might be a training element involved.
When we're talking about the relevant work experience, it's important to pick the right place, because that kind of sets the tone for the course. And where I got my placements were very good. They were very relevant. And I suppose my story started off I started off 5 years ago back in further education, going back there for the first time, and now I find myself teaching. So I've come a big circle, just me personally. So I suppose the course has given me the chance to really develop as a person.
I think actually that all of us in this group, we don't realize yet how much we have grown. And particularly for me, coming from completely different country and being able to stand in front of the class and not being afraid to speak as well, with accent and things like that. But I was talking recently to one of my friends who I went through a couple of courses before this course, and she's doing her master's at the moment with our department. And through our conversation, she said to me, "Oh my God, Sariana, how have you changed over these couple of months?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" "Oh my God, you are talking completely differently. Your wordings are different. The words you use." I was like, "Wow, we don't realize that."
I think there were parts of my attitude and personality that actually changed. As you said, Zariana, I really do feel that my attitude towards life, confidence, and to sort of, I suppose, believe in yourself and
Finding my voice and the theory allowing us to develop a framework for ourselves to work with, to be able to talk about why we're doing what we're doing as practitioners, and to be able to support students to find that language, to be able to express your achievements and also facilitate learning has probably been the highlight for me. And also, I think for myself, reaffirming my own principles and my ethos, and having the framework now to do that through studying the theory.
Within teaching itself, let's say.
Within teaching, and also within a non-practical setting as well, so that I'm able to find that voice and to be able to express my learning as well as facilitate learning with students.
Support for each other that we had, and especially tutors are setting examples to us of how to be a good teacher, tutor, how to be a caring one. And I want to really highlight some of the teachers. Yes, and
Apart from Peter, was he? Of course, he wasn't very supportive.
where is he now?
yes, but with everyone. I think most important that everyone here, tutor side, had a huge belief in us and building on our confidence. And this word saying all the time, in 5 years you're going to be a managers of the centers. I think it just really gave us support and confidence over this couple of
Someone
years.
else having belief in you, gave you self-belief,
I think I really felt that as well from the department. The support from the department was absolutely exceptional from each and every one of the tutors, and the support for each other. You had a system behind you. You weren't just participating or contributing on a course. It was so much more than
There was a personal touch, wasn't there?
And this course it didn't create a dependency at all, and you didn't have to go back and the way if you memorize how to behave in a classroom, if we'd been, it gives you this sense of kind of this flow, and if something goes wrong, that you're able to deal with things.
Conditioning was a big one for me now. You're conditioned to sit in rows and look up at the blackboard and to take it all in that way, and just to regurgitate it through an exam. Coming into this course now, you're told, lads, let's sit in a circle, no desks. You can write a little note here and there. But you can go home also and reflect back on your day's classes. It's nearly an easier process just to go into this, throw away the pen and paper, do the day's classes, come home. If you want to write a few notes, then that's what I found worked for me anyway. I came from a fitness background. I'd done it years ago, went into IT, and what stood out to me with my degree in social care was the drama section of it. I loved it, getting people active through drama, and I think you can learn a lot better through drama, and there should be more crossovers with modules. I think drama should be included in communications, it should be included in personal development. It should be in nearly every module if you can get it in.
bringing together of practicality and theory, and I think that that's so important. And a lot of our courses as well, they fit in together. The material we look at in courses, they fit in together. But I think it's so important to be able to understand a theory through practicing that theory.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's something that really helped me with a lot of things, and it opens your mind to new ideas as well. And introducing new ideas to new teachers helps us as new teachers bring our own ideas into the classroom, and it's okay to get things wrong.
I do find it, just the last thing I'll say, I'll stop talking now, but
Will you stop talking now?
the last thing I find rather ironic that us as teachers were so nervous today getting up in front of a class and doing a
Your own
presentation,
peers,
or even last week when we were doing presentations. Like, I think that we fundamentally, if this HDip was to be done again, I'd love to be put in a situation where role plays would be more kind of, I suppose, part of it, because it gets you out. I'm buzzing after doing this drama, and I'm still kind of just feeling myself coming down.
We want to model how people would teach in further education, which is active learning and experiential learning. So there's a lot of group work in it. There's a lot of experience, people involving, even drama and interactive stuff. Of course, we do philosophy, we go the psychology of learning, the sociology of learning, even counselling, because you will meet people with various difficulties in that. So we need to prepare teachers for that. But essentially the key thing is that we model how we would expect teachers to teach in further education settings, which is very different from the classical chalk and talk model.
The biggest thing about starting to teach, I think, is just going and doing it. And sometimes you can plan and you can think about things, and you can procrastinate, and you can continue on that way. But it's not until you actually go and just go with the flow and just do it and take a chance. I think that goes to do with anything, no matter whether you're doing sport or you're into drama. You just have to get up and do it for yourself.